If you're new to the live, I appreciate it. My name is Randall. This is the McClures. We react, review, we make fun of, we laugh at stuff. Links are in the description if you want to help support the channel. We're going to be checking out an Officer Tatum video. Black men kill man because he's white. I think the thumbnail said something about this is black supremacy. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into the video, see what they're talking about. I argue with black supremacists on a regular basis. It's comical at some points. The fucking logic loopholes they got to jump through to justify what they're talking about. Interesting stuff, though. Let's see what Officer Tatum is saying about it. I will shut up. Let's go.
Police say it appears two men just wanted to kill someone when they allegedly gunned down a handyman from Metairie.
Investigators say the senseless killing shocked the community. Natasha Robin reports.
One of them made a statement that just wanted to kill somebody that day.
Kenner Police Chief Keith Conley says the motive appears to be the suspects just wanted to kill somebody when he says they gunned down 66-year-old Lawrence Herr.
The victim was a 66-year-old man from Metairie.
What does that mean? You just want to kill somebody. Now, I mean, I've been alive for a while. I got 40 years on me. I've been through some shit. I've felt some different things. Just wanting to kill somebody, just anybody, just a random whoever. What the?
Beloved by many people. We've gotten a lot of phone calls, outpouring support for Mr. Herr and his family. He was a caretaker for his 90-year-old mother.
So I guess y'all Stevie Wonder now, huh? You're Stevie Wonder on this one.
Oh, I see what he's saying. I see what he's saying. Yeah, 2 minutes into the video, and it's not a white shooter and a black victim, because obviously that's not the case. In this case, it's a black shooter and a white victim, so they don't even mention it. Interesting.
And gentlemen, if you're not familiar with Officer Privacy, the search, and you so crazy stuff, so privacy, but owner was just, you sign up a little bit of time. 2 months free. It's about a 4 section. And gentlemen, right. I always say people want to play Stevie Wonder when the narrative is not what they want it to be. Now, this is a tremendously unfortunate situation. You have a man that literally lost his life because of these deranged thugs that decide to kill him. What, ladies and gentlemen? Because of his race. People love to tell you that black people can't be racist. Listen, I've been black my whole life, and I grew up in an all-black neighborhood, and black people are the most racist people that I know. And I'm not saying the white people ain't, but I just know. I didn't grow up in a white neighborhood, so I could be wrong. But black people that I was around couldn't stand white people. All kind of stuff we used to call white people when I was young. You bring a white girl home, you're a racist. I mean, not a racist. You bring a white girl home, you crazy. And this is not necessarily for my family. It's cultural and the peer pressure of these things. I remember in my school, it was only one dude that dated a white woman. He ended up killing himself. Now, I don't know if it was just because he got bullied so much for dating that white girl. It was something else going on. But he was the only person at the school, and people shunned him for that. We can go on and on and on. But people don't want to be genuine about their affairs.
Ostracized from the entire community.
I know that there's white people out there that do things against black people in a racial motivated way. But I will argue black people attack white people way more than white people attack black people. And it's not just me talking. The FBI statistics prove it. I'm going to pull it up on the screen. But I want y'all to hear this story and explain to me why there's no outrage, why there's no protest, why there's nobody in the street screaming about justice when you got two black men murdered this man and identified the fact that they did it because he was white. Roll the clip.
So the Vanish holster, which you can actually see me wearing right here, is a holster that works with any clothing.
Fantastic.
Police Chief Keith Conley says it's possible the suspects accused of fatally shooting 66-year-old Lawrence Herr while he was installing a mailbox could face hate crime charges in addition to the first-degree murder charges. Tuesday, the lead detective shared more details on the possible motive at a probable cause hearing.
Through some of the confession of Taj Matthews, who admitted to taking part in the homicide, that they did want to commit a murder that day, and specifically they've ruled out Hispanics, and they said it was going to be a white person. Within a couple blocks of their residence or their starting point, they did find Mr. Hur out working on a mailbox doing what he does and shot him in the back.
Police say Hare was working maintenance at a home on Georgetown.
Okay, so said they were out to kill somebody. They don't want to take out any Mexicans. They're looking for Whitey. And the first white guy they see in relation to their location. This is crazy, folks. This is absolutely crazy, dude.
Drive when 23-year-old Taj Matthews and 25-year-old Maurice Holmes drove by in this silver Mercedes and shot Hare in the driveway. 3 hours later, detectives found the Mercedes, then arrested Matthews and Holmes on a charge of first-degree murder. We spoke with Hare's girlfriend over the phone after the hearing.
They took my friend away from my best friend, my everything. You know, and for them to say they just felt like killing a white person. I mean, that's so wrong, you know. And I want justice for Peanut. I want justice for him. I want them to, you know, lock them up and throw away the key. That's what I want.
The defense
Peanut.
No, I'm not trying to be funny, but she said cute. Peanut. That was kind of
that's cute.
She really put his nickname out there. But anyway, regardless of that, you see the story, you see the scenario, you see what happened, and nobody's going to talk about it. This doesn't exist in the mainstream media, right? If black people kill a white, they justify it according to these leftist lunatics. But let me show you the FBI statistics. Now, when it's not in the favor of certain people, they don't believe the criminal justice or the FBI statistics. They don't believe them when they don't match theirs. This is from 2019, so you can imagine that it's probably worse today. And we're not even talking about 2020 with all of the riots and stuff that went on with the BLM scam.
Oh, yeah.
So we're not even talking about that. Imagine the crime
there,
of all of that. Now let's go down to these stats real quick. And that's too small. Let me blow it up for you because I don't want nobody having no excuse saying they can't see it.
Exactly.
Let's go down to these stats.
Make it big too.
You look at the crime in America, and this is what bothers me about Christopher Wray said the biggest threat to America is white supremacy. Look at this. Now, white people make like 60% of the population, make up like 60% of the population in America, and black people make up like 13%. You look at this number right here, total homicides. This is 2019 statistics. Total homicides is 3,200. Total homicides from African-American victims. These are victims. 3,200 white people are victims. 2,900 black people are victims. They're only about, you do the math, maybe about 400 victims off. 60% and 13%. Now let's look at the offenders. Out of the 3,200 white victims, 2,500 are white offenders. Now let's go to the offenders that are black. Out of all the victimized white people, 566 offenders were the ones responsible for killing white people. 566. Keep that in your mind.
Okay, I was confused by the chart for a little bit. I see what he's saying, though. So he's saying 3,299 white victims by 2,594 white perpetrators. Or 2,594 of these crimes were white perpetrators. Only 566 were black or African American perpetrators. I think that's what he means. Yeah.
566 white people were killed by black folks. Now let's go to the black statistic. 2,900 victims, 2,500 suspects. The same amount of murder suspects that are black that are white. Same amount. Same amount. But let's look at white people killing black people. 246. That's double. That's over double the amount of black people that kill white people than white people who are killing black people. Just make this make sense to me. The biggest threat to society.
All right, so if you got black people killing white people in double the numbers, but only being a small percentage of the people, then proportionately, they be murdering some folks. They be murdering some folks. Leslie in the chat saying, if you ask the average person of the U.S. population what percentage is black, most people will say 30 to 40%, which is absolutely crazy. And that's just because they say that we're 60% white. So people are saying that we're 40% black. But that's you know, there's more than two categories of people. Yeah, how many people go around saying that they know stuff when they actually don't? That's pretty much 90% of people. Walk around thinking they got the actual story, and they don't know shit. They actually don't know shit.
Is the white man, but the black man there's more homicide suspects that are black. Just, I mean, maybe we're talking 30 people different. There's about 30 more white suspects than black suspects in homicides. 30, 60%, 13%. Somebody make this make sense.
That is crazy.
2,500 black suspects are murderers. And then you got 566 black suspects murder white people. I just don't understand where they're getting these numbers from. The violent per capita of black people in America are far beyond the violence per capita of white people. The intraracial violence is double, more than double, black versus white than white versus black. But somehow white supremacy and racism is the biggest threat to black people in America. Let me just say this, and this will be very clear, and I'm really not trying to be weird about this, but I just got to tell the truth because nobody want to tell the truth. Like, the truth will set you free. If you look at it, you have to say that the biggest threat to black men in America are black men. And the biggest threat to white people, other than their own race, is black people. And black people are a bigger threat to whites than whites are to blacks. And that's just a fact. But anyway, I can say it the same way 400 times and people still won't get it. Shout out to the Right Wing Angel for making this video. Incredible. Not making a video, but posting about it. Incredible news. Right Wing Angel. Go follow him on Instagram and on YouTube. He makes a lot of incredible content. But these two young men were racially motivated in their attack. Blatant, clear, without question. Admitted to it. But then you have a person on the other side of town, and just because he white and the victim is black, somehow is racially motivated. Without any articulable facts, they just deem it. And they get on TV, and they protest, and they riot, and they do all this stuff. But black folks are killing white people for racial motives, and they won't say nothing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't listen to me.
This is
I'll see y'all in the
bro.
next video. I'm out.
All right, that's Officer Tatum. If you don't follow Officer Tatum, make sure you go check out his channel. He puts out some really good content. We just watched him reviewing somebody else's content, so this was triple inception content, stacking content on content. But go check out the Officer Tatum. Link may be down in the description when I post the video. It may not. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see how lazy I am that day. If you're on the live, we're going to keep going. If you're not, you should be. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're live 3:30 to 5:30. Rumble.com/McClures. Come hang out. And shopmclures.com if you want to help the channel, keep it going, all that good stuff. Shopmclures.com.